Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our Fastlane predictions of 2021. Today, we will be predicting. I don't know why I'm saying we'll be predicting. It's obviously we're predicting Fastlane, but of course, it's the last stop before we get to 2 nights of WrestleMania. A whole week of WWE. I don't want to, but I will. Anyway, let's crack on with these predictions.
Right. So yeah. First match, Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss. I'll go first. I think it's obvious what's going to happen there. The Fiend's going to interrupt before anything's actually got to happen. Alexa Bliss is going to do some weird voodoo stuff, and then lights go out. Again. Lights will go out, and voila, the Fiend's there. And then the Fiend will beat Randy Orton up, and then that will get split up, and then it'll be on to the next thing.
I reckon, right? So what will happen is that the match will start, and one of two things will happen. But I'm gonna go with it won't actually start properly. Like Randy Orton won't start, punk kicking much smaller woman Alexa Bliss in the jaw until she can't stand up properly, so that the Fiend just arrives. No, what will happen is that the bell will go, Alexa Bliss will do her spooky hand tricks, and then the lights will go out, and then the lights come back, and the Fiend's there, and something will happen where we'll get a Firefly Funhouse match at WrestleMania. Because for some reason, people like it. I don't know why. It wasn't very good. But anyway, yeah. So I reckon no one will win.
Okay, yeah. That's my prediction. Well, no one's going to win. Yeah. On to the next match. It is Matt Riddle, also known as Riddle, versus Mustafa Ali for the US title. So Jake, if you wanna.
See, this is a tough one because I remember what happened at the last predictions. It didn't end well because of that man right there.
Ended very well for me.
It did, because my dude got eradicated out of the match at the last possible minute. Like literally as the show started. Oh yeah, Keith Lee's gone. Oh, thanks. Now, on the one hand, I may have to go with Riddle because I don't know, because you do have Retribution, and of course, you always got to go. You've got to go with your big man's slappers, the Jackers. Greatest wrestler of all time. Stone Cold Steve Watson. No, we all remember Slapjack. Get on our level. But basically, right, so I genuinely don't know. Because I could go with Matt Riddle, and then if I get humiliated again, I'm just going to give up with the US title.
It's not like they can pull him out the match, is it?
Matt Riddle's just been taken out of the match. He'll be replaced by Slapjack. I would watch that match. Slapjack for Champ 2021. No, I actually don't know. See, I think
you can go either way.
You could, because
it could go either way. Whereas, where Riddle retains and then sets up for something with Keith Lee, maybe, or you can have it where Mustafa Ali wins just because Retribution beats up Riddle, and then that sets up for Mania. So it could go either way.
I may have to go because what I think will happen is either Riddle retains and then sets up with Keith Lee for a Mania match, so everyone can be like, yay. I will never forgive Keith Lee for ending the greatest NXT title reign of all time. Not happy about it. But anyway, you could go with that. Or what I think will happen is LA will win it here. And then that will set a rematch up for Mania, where Riddle can win it back in front of fans. So I think that I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna regret this. No, Mustafa. No, Riddle. I'm going with Riddle. I'm done.
Okay.
It's Riddle.
Your prediction's finished.
I'm gonna cry.
Your prediction's finished.
It's in. If it's not Riddle, I give up on Raw.
Well,
I'm going to SmackDown.
Well, what I think is going to happen, right? I think Riddle's going to retain. So Riddle's my pick. Riddle's going to retain, and I think they're going to set something up with Keith Lee for Mania. I'm just keeping it simple.
Fair enough. See, this doesn't really Fastlane isn't a pay-per-view for title changes.
No,
because it's between the Elimination Chamber, where you have.
It's a pay-per-view for setting up things for Mania.
Yeah, because you have the Elimination Chamber, which has the Elimination Chamber. You have WrestleMania, which has WrestleMania, and Fastlane's just there. Why?
Fastlane was sort of just stuck in the middle, right? Just as a filler pay-per-view.
Bring back Roadblock.
Bring back Great Balls of Fire.
That was actually a decent pay-per-view. That was a decent pay-per-view. I do have to admit,
I didn't watch it purely because of the name.
Yeah, there's actually
just gave up on it.
The Roman Reigns match was good.
Yeah.
Against Braun Strowman, the ambulance match. The main event was Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar, which was actually a lot better than I expected.
Yeah. Anyway, this ain't about Great Balls of Fire. This is about Fastlane.
Oh, sorry. Right. The biggest pay-per-view of the year. My apologies.
On to the next match. It is Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. Jake, you go first with this, cause I went first last time.
You go first with this one because we both know who's gonna win here. we both know. So why don't you go first?
I'll go first. I'll go first. The big dog is gonna retain. Roman Reigns is gonna win. It's simple. It's obvious. They're not gonna Me and Jake were speaking about this before we started recording.
We have our wrestling.
Now when I think about it even more, it makes sense for Roman to retain and then go into Mania with the belt against Edge, and then on a SmackDown they go, oh look, Daniel Bryan's now win it. Oh yeah, Edge will win, and then he'll pin Bryan so it don't make it so they can put the belt on Edge but not make Roman look weak.
So basically what they did at Mania 31 when Seth passed him. So I get it. That was in fact my idea, and then you immediately after I said that you went, no, I don't think that will happen, and then repeated back word for word what I said. Yeah, that's basically what's gonna happen.
Anyway, who do you think's gonna win? Who do you think's gonna win?
We both. One of these predictions will actually I'm gonna have. We're predicted the exact same people for every match so far. So I know how well you did last time. I'm not changing. But anyway, right. So they're not going to end the best Universal title reign they've had since the belt was made at Fastlane against Hall of Fame inductee Daniel Bryan. I don't think that Roman Reigns will win. Bryan's, for some reason, been listed in the Hall of Fame. Not officially, I mind you, on the network for some unknown reason. it had, because obviously he's fighting today, it had Best of Daniel Bryan. So it had that, and it had 2021 Hall of Fame inductee.
Oh.
No, it's not retired yet. Don't do that, WWE. Stop everything you're doing and take it back. Take it back. But anyway, yeah, Reigns will win. And then on SmackDown, they'll just go, it'll be Jey Uso and Daniel Bryan, 50th time, but because it's good, no one seems to mind it. I go, whoever wins is in the main event of WrestleMania with Roman Reigns and Edge. And or there'll be shenanigans. Either way, Reigns will win.
Yep. On to the next match. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Seth the Messiah Rollins. You can go first on this one.
The fact that he isn't called the savior of SmackDown is upset. If we can call him the Monday Night Messiah, the savior of SmackDown is up there, right? It's good. It'd be worth it. But anyway, can we treat Shinsuke Nakamura better, please? He's very good at his thing. It doesn't. He's not treated like it, right? Because they're obviously setting up for a Mania match between Cesaro and Rollins, which will be.
Yeah, I was sort of when I first saw this match, obviously because of what happened on Friday, that's what set up this match. But I was sort of expecting Rollins to be against Cesaro on this pay-per-view.
Yeah, I kind of suspected, because it had more build. Because if you remember the amazing build to this match, see, Shinsuke Nakamura kind of stepped in front of Seth Rollins and then stepped next to Seth Rollins, and now they have a match at Fastlane.
Yeah.
Where's Buddy Murphy when you need him? He's just gone back. But anyway, I don't think on his first pay-per-view back they'll make the savior of SmackDown. I'm calling him that, even if it's not official. It's brilliant. The savior of SmackDown, Seth Rollins, will go over and Cesaro will come out, do a big swingy swing. Everyone will be like, no. And then they'll announce on Friday or after the show. It'll be after the show. Cesaro versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania Night 1, the third match, whatever. It doesn't matter.
It'll be first match.
No, that I don't. Look, if there's a tag team match on there, it'll probably be that.
Yeah, fair enough.
In fact, it'll probably be the women's tag team titles, because we'll just get it to what I don't get. Right? They were like, oh, we wanted to give the NXT women tag team titles, too long of a name, to the winners of the Women's Dusty Cup, but they weren't ready. They're the same belts as the main tag team titles, but with a white strap. Sure, you just take that and go white now, and your job's done. But no, the people who actually earned it then lost it, because it doesn't work the other way around. The winners of the men's Dusty Cup, they get a tag team title shot, right? But the runners up, they don't get the next tag team title shot, do they?
No.
Huh. Truly outrageous.
Anyway, who's your prediction for this?
Seth Rollins.
Okay.
Said that.
Oh, okay.
Who's your prediction?
Seth Rollins as well.
Oh, for Christ's sake. We have to change it up. It's like, we'll get to like the women's tag match, and that's the most like divided that we'll get. Like, you never know, right? Because man, Reginald might run in and be like, "Whoa, Reginald," then knock out like Sasha Banks. No, knock out Nia Jax, with his glass of champagne or whatever, and then like Carmelo will come down and kick him in the like testicles, and then in all the confusion, Sasha Banks will roll up. I'm not giving my prediction away now, unless it's the next match.
Right. But anyway, my prediction for this is Seth Rollins. Yeah, I thought if he beats Shinsuke in this match, which I think he will, that's just another reason to set it up for Mania with Cesaro. So yeah, that was what my prediction was off of. Anyway, on to the next match, the women's tag.
Oh, for Christ's sake, no. No, God. They're nothing belts. You can't make a tag team out of one of the worst women wrestlers on your roster and Shayna Baszler. You can't put your only women's tag, first, your main women's tag belts on them because no one wants to watch them. I mean, I wouldn't mind watching Shayna Baszler because she's a decent wrestler, but no one wants to watch Nia Jax, kill Sasha Banks. Actually, behead Sasha Banks.
Yep. Anyway, no, I'll go first.
You go first, Ellis.
My prediction is for Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler to retain.
Damn it, Winder.
Simply,
one of these will be completely different.
Simply because, right, I think Sasha or one of Sasha or Bianca is going to make a mistake. They're going to have an argument at the end of the match, and that's just going to set up their match at Mania. So yeah, that's my prediction.
Right. I too went with Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, but I reckon it'll be big mans like Reginald who'll be like, "You're very nice to me, big lady who can't wrestle," and smaller lady who's very good at actual fighting but doesn't get an opportunity for some reason. Why? It will though. They'll retain because they wouldn't put the tag belts on the number one contender and the SmackDown Women's Championship, the pay-per-view, before
they have a match.
Well, where will they be? Where they will be doing the wrestling against each other. For the blue version of the women's version of the WWE title, they all look bad. They're all bad title designs. Bring back the spinning belt. People don't like it. I don't know why. It was very good. Then again, it was the only belt I grew up with before we got big W in a bloody hexagon.
Yep. Anyway, on to the next match. It is Big E versus Apollo Crews. Jay, you can go first on this one.
Ooh, I don't know with this one. I reckon. No, I do know. I reckon big man like Apollo. No. Big man like no. Who? I don't know. I completely forgot about this match, to be fair, and it's had the only build to this pay-per-view. That's not true. It's had the most build out of any match on WrestleMania at the moment, somehow. Fastlane. Ellis, Fastlane has more build than WrestleMania. I don't like it.
I've just realised there's going to be fans at Mania.
You're a bit slow today, aren't you?
Yeah, very.
Not only did they announce that in January, the tickets went on sale on Friday.
Yeah.
We could have gone to WrestleMania.
Well, I don't think we would have.
We'll immigrate west.
We'll sneak through the COVID borders.
We'll migrate west into a hibernative state until April the 10th and 11th. Yeah. And then suddenly they're like, yeah, right. So anyway, back to the prediction. I don't know. See, because they could go, I don't want to predict wrong. I don't want to predict wrong, right? Because this may be the only match where we are actually divided. I think there's two options.
Well, obviously there's two options. There's only two people in the match.
Shut up. There are two options, right, where this could go. It can either go Big E retains and then brings it out into Mania, or Apollo wins it, and then Big E can win it back in front of fans, kind of like
Jake,
what they're going to do.
I think we're going to say the same thing as well.
Well, it's a draw. We're both on one prediction each. I've won the Royal Rumble. You've won Elimination Chamber. We both lost at Fastlane. There is no winners at Fastlane. You just proceed to WrestleMania, and then it ends for a bit, and then it starts again.
Anyway, who is your prediction, Jake?
Apollo Crews.
Oh, for God's sake!
I know what the next. I know what our final prediction will be, and it's so obvious as well. It's pointless.
Oh my prediction
so pointless.
My prediction is Apollo Crews as well. Simply because it's obvious. Drop the belt to Apollo. Go into a Mania, making him look strong. Big E. Oh yeah, we won. Let the face win in front of fans. It's just
this was pointless. We have wasted. How long has this been going on for? We have wasted
15 minutes.
Half an hour. Because this started about past, right? We wasted half an hour setting this Zoom up, getting all these pictures done, right? And then lining up in a row and starting the video because they're just the same.
Right. Anyway, on to the last.
Oh, what's the last one, L? What's the last one? It can only be. God's sake.
Jake, these are your two guys. You can go first.
No. In fact, no. I've switched. I mean, Sheamus is now my second favorite, but that's because he was very nice. Very nice. AJ is obviously my favorite. Guess what? He gets a title match at WrestleMania for the tag team title after having the best match at WrestleMania. Don't even speak, Alice. Yes, it was the best match at WrestleMania and one of the best Undertaker matches. He's now teaming with Omos to fight the New Day at WrestleMania and probably the third match on the card.
Who's your prediction, Jake?
No, I went first last time. It's time for you to go first, Ellis, because we both know who it will be. Because I won't make him lose before his title defense at WrestleMania.
What are you on about?
It's McIntyre.
Okay.
He's fighting Bobby Lashley for the WWE title.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Because they announced it at the beginning of Raw. They could have made this a number one contenders match.
Anyway,
for the WWE title at WrestleMania. But no, let's announce it before a 3-hour show,
right?
And then have one segment where Drew McIntyre's like, "I want to have your belt, please," and Bobby Lashley's like, "No, thank you."
Guys,
and then they have a fight. You see,
Jake, be quiet. My prediction is Drew McIntyre because he was. Because he was screwed out of winning the title in front of fans last year. I think he's going to go WrestleMania.
Twice,
and
let's not remember.
Twice.
He lost the belt to Randy Orton.
And then won it back the next night.
What is the point? It was a week. In fact, it was 2 weeks. Yeah, the week where the theme was like, "Hello, Randy Orton. How are you doing today?" "Oh no, I killed you by accident." It happened again. But that's when Drew McIntyre got his sword. He used the power of, blades. I'm angry.
Anyway, right, Jake. Anyway, my prediction's Drew McIntyre. Make him go into Mania strong. Win the title back in front of fans. Big pop. Send him off. And it's going to be a great title reign for the Scot. Jake.
Send him off. Oh, he's not leaving. We're sending him off on a voyage.
I'm too tired for this. Anyway, Jake.
I was genuinely waiting for you to go at the last possible prediction just to split. Oh, yeah, I think Sheamus might win. No, it's obviously McIntyre. Why did we do this, Ellis?
So is your prediction McIntyre?
Yes. No, because Elimination Chamber and Royal Rumble, we predicted the same on most 3. How many matches are there tonight? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's almost double the amount that we normally predict the same.
Yeah.
I'm going.
It's a very predictable card though.
At least no one's going to have an advantage going into WrestleMania for the new trophy that we will show off at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but it's the original trophy though at Mania.
No, that is for our.
That's for our personal one. For the JWO. Well, technically. Wait, no one can win here. So.
No, we can either both win very successfully or both lose miserably. Either way, we won't. No one will have a champion.
Either way, we're drawing.
Yeah, either way, I've won one, you've won one, we've both won two. Which means
1-1. Right, yeah.
Which means right at WrestleMania, we will actually have to announce the first ever. Actually, no, the first ever champion was at Mania anyway. But it will genuinely be a tiebreaker, at least a tiebreaker between the first 4 months of this year of who has been the best at prediction. I reckon it's going to be, also, maybe, probably, actually, no, he might be there, he might not. Might have a special appearance from a very rare appearing member, Mr. Alfie Yarlett. When he decides to turn up, he doesn't like it, I don't think. I don't think he does. I'm calling you out, Yarlett. If you predict anyone that's not in the actual existence of this planet, you are disqualified. For anyone that does watch this, it's a joke because me, Ellis, and Alfie, we do predictions for WrestleMania and SummerSlam. And because now we started the channel, we do it for every pay-per-view. But we have our own separate prediction for WrestleMania and SummerSlam. And, well, that's where the other trophy comes in, right? And at SummerSlam, the MVP versus Apollo Crews match, Mr. Alfred Yarlett, Apollo Crews, perfectly fine. In fact, no, he didn't even write down. He just wrote the names of who he thought was going to win underneath. We had it written out in typing, I remind you, fully auto-corrected, right? Or spell check, right? Apollo Crews, he predicted MVP. Now, because he wrote it down, and he'll say it's because he put it on the wall, but no, because he could have circled it anyway, and it doesn't even look like the letter he replaced it with. He put M, and he put a V, and on the last possible letter, he could have got it so right on spelling. 3 letters, M, V, and then he puts an E. Oh no. Oh, it was a funny moment.
Anyway.
Yeah.
This takes us to the end of our Fastlane predictions. Yeah,
I would like to make an announcement. I will be making my own announcement video on the future of this channel because I've had some ideas. I will discuss them with Ellis to see what ones we go with. We will also be unveiling our brand new shiny JWO Predictions trophy on the WrestleMania live stream. Make sure to tune into that.
Yeah.
Where we
on Instagram.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram. We will not be making a predictions video for WrestleMania. Instead, we will be predicting live by showing the camera the paper. And then they will be locked in our Money in the Bank briefcase to be unveiled after 2 nights of WrestleMania. And the winner will be the first ever inaugural JWO. Actually, first ever and inaugural, the same thing. The inaugural JWO Predictions champion, which will be defended at every pay-per-view. So, Money in the Bank, Extreme Rules, some random one, another random one,
Payback.
SummerSlam, Payback, bring back Payback. Payback was actually sick last year.
Anyway,
it's better than SummerSlam.
Anyway. Right.
Anyway, because we got to end the video.
Go follow our Instagram, JWO Wrestling Podcast, so you know not to miss our WrestleMania live stream next month. And we will see you there.
Oh, make sure to like and subscribe. Please subscribe, please. please subscribe. It would be awfully nice of you. And make sure to tune in to our WrestleMania predictions.
To see the inaugural JWO Wrestling Podcast Champions.
Make sure to tune in to the JWO WrestleMania live stream, which will be starting for the pre-show, so about 10 o'clock English time, about 6 o'clock nowhere else, because the only people over here that I think watch it are English. Unless you don't, which good for you.
Put down in the comments where you watch from. Put down in the comments where you watch from.
Put down in the comments your exact home address and your bank details.
Anyway, we'll see you guys later. Peace.